We are resuming the session. We only have now three participants. I don't know what happened to others. Tahir, are you there? All right. We had Aman also, right? All right. So let's get started. We were there on A/B test platform, and I was taking you through the platform, and here we were, right? We were discussing. So far in A/B test we chose a landing page. We make edits on the landing page depending upon the page element we thought we should be changing, and then I we were after we made the change, we are discussing the duration. Duration is entirely up to you. They are just suggesting. So you can also select one of these modes: high certainty mode, balance mode, or quick learning mode. So quick learning is when you want to come to a conclusion pretty fast. You select quick learning mode, or you select high certainty mode, which is for a longer duration. When you know that the element you are testing is important for you, and so thereby you want to give it sufficient time. All right. So once you have identified the duration, the next step is give it a name, campaign name. So you gonna say, okay, A/B test for digital. This is just for your internal reference, guys. Digital Vidya page, okay, and select the percentage of traffic you want to include in this campaign. Now you can select either 100% or you can reduce the percentage. If I put 100%, right, then 50% would see the default version, 50% would see the variation 1. If I put, let's say, 40% here, then what would happen? So if I am having 100 people visitors on my website, I have put 40%. I have selected 40%, which means 20 would see default, because 20 is part of my A/B test campaign. 20, another 20 would see variation 1. Rest 60%, they will continue seeing default, but they are out of my A/B test, right? They are out of my A/B test. My A/B test applies to only 40%, right? That's the percent of traffic you can select. You can select 100% or 20%, whatever, up to you. I've selected, let's say, 100%, and then you go and finish. What it provides you now is the code. How do we decide the percentage? See, ideally, Nico, it's like this, right? I mean, if your website is, if you have decided, if your website is, let's say, It's not, it's a small, you have lot less visitors. I would suggest you put 100%, because there's no point selecting a segment, because anyway your website traffic is less. But if companies like Flipkart and all these companies, they put a very small percentage, they'll put 10% and then run the test, because they don't want to create a scenario where it creates confusion. Half of the people will see different version, half the people will see, so they will put that kind of way, right? But essentially for smaller company, I would say, guys, do it 100%, because anyway you are testing it. For testing, you have to come to a conclusion, and you can't come to a conclusion if your sample size is less. Okay. Yeah, okay, all right. Now this is the code, guys. Once you have done that, this is the code which VWO provides you. You have to take this code, send it to your developer, who will insert the code for you. Okay. Or, and now you all ask me, where do you have to insert the code? This is where you have to insert the code. I mean, just so that you know. So you have to insert the code in below the header section, and here is the code, right? In the head, yeah, your VW codes goes here. Maybe if you are running it, you can do it on your own. But guys, let me tell you, this is not your official assignment. Your official assignment, I will give it you sometime later, right? Any questions you have before I move to the next topic? So in A/B test, we decided, so A/B test is, guys, for a landing page, not for the whole website. In A/B test, you create variants, you select the duration, and then you look at results. So what kind of results you get to see? Let me show you some of the dashboards. So that's the comparison: control versus variation, conversion rate, relative improvement, potential loss, conversion upon visitors. So right, that's a comparison you get to see. Now similarly, you can do it for heat map as well. No, we are not talking forms here. We are not talking forms. What is the doubt you have, Anu? Okay, all right. Yeah, Anu, I know, but this question, can because this question is not very much relevant in the context of discussion we are having right now. uh can I have your question at the end of the session? Maybe if maybe then I should be able to address your question. Yeah, all right. You go to heat map, click on create. Heat map also works in same manner, guys. The way A/B test works. You select the landing page which you want to track, and then you give a label to it. And once you have done that, then right, it provides you a code which you again start embed that code into your website, and your heat map would be up and running. Okay, it's very similar to A/B test, and very easy from that standpoint. All right, now the benefits of these platforms are, you can question you can question your manager now. You are in a better position to defend your idea, your point of view. Okay, so when I was working with Infosys, my manager used to ask me, oh, used to in fact, impose his thoughts and ideas on me. No, Manish, this is the way it should be done. This is how the website, the color or whatever, this is the kind of structure, value proposition it should have. And I used to have different approach. And I mean, initially I used to listen to my manager because I had no choice. But then I realized, then what I did was I started doing A/B test for smaller set of my audience. I ran A/B test campaign. Then I showed it to my manager. Sir, I did a A/B test campaign in a limited environment, and these are the findings. My version has given better results compared to your version. So, A/B test platform, it gives you arsenal in terms of insights and data through which you don't have to rely on hunches, on guesswork. So it takes away completely the guesswork from your decisions. Okay, Anu, what I was saying is, your organization, if you are a working professional, let's say every organization has hippos. Hippos are highly important paid person opinion. So you can say these people are seniors, they have opinions. Now these opinions, they will say, okay, make these changes on a website, do this change on the email, right? And you have to listen to them, and there is nothing wrong in that. See, sometimes you may have different point of view where you think that's not the way website, landing page or design or page element should be. You have different approach. Your manager has different approach. Ultimately, marketing is subject to interpretation. Different people have different thoughts. So through A/B test platform, you can prove your point of view. You can say, sir, I looked at your version, whatever the change you are asking me to do, this is the version which I have. I did a A/B test campaign, and you know what, sir, my version is giving better results. So that's the kind of power it can provide you. Yeah, that sounds good. All right, guys, let's move on then. I think we have lots of other things to cover as well. I think I think I've kind of spoken too much on this topic. Any questions, any thoughts you have, guys, before I move on? Absolutely, absolutely. This should follow Google Analytics. Yeah, correct. So conversion is nothing but moving people, right? From where they have come to your website, they may come from ads, landing pages, blogs, homepage, to the sales, lead, trials, ensuring they take action, right? Now let's look at this particular website, and I like this website, and let's observe this website from a conversion standpoint. This is a company called Kiss Mattresses. It's a web analytics company, but the way they have designed their website is amazing. So you look at you know okay, so once again, so here it is. Keep grow more customer. Okay, so on your on the left right hand side on the top, you have call to action, request a demo, sign in. Okay, so you request, you click here and you can request for a demo. You will have to fill up a form, and you can request. So they are only asking for relevant information which is desired for their business. Or you can sign in, and then you can also, they had trial version also, how to try Kismetasai. Looks like they have taken up that version. Okay, free trial they have stopped offering. They used to provide free trial as well, which is kind of strange. This is where they are giving the product features. You know what's the benefit of their product, right? And then they have this testimonials to give a comfort feeling to the users. And yeah, then they have testimonials and the kind of companies who are using their product, and this is where they are aggregating users, first name, last name. You can subscribe to their email database. You can also, go to their Facebook, LinkedIn page as well. Okay, let's say I want to go to read their blogs, and once I go to their blogs, I can, yeah, register for the email update or join their webinar. Now that's the first blog which I want to read, right? And do this as I'm going through these blogs, I can do various things. Again, as you can see, there are important call to actions are there at each stage. I can share this blog tweet. So essentially, if you look at their whole website is designed in such a manner that users are encouraged to take action. Maybe subscribe, maybe download, maybe ask for a free trial, which is not an option anymore, or request for a demo. Just start observe this website, and you will see lots of good practices which you can maybe learn and which you can implement. Yeah. And if you stop, let's say sometime it used to happen was, if you try to close a page, immediately a pop-up appears. It used to appear, which is not appearing now. I'm sure all of you are aware of this concept called pop-ups, right? Pop-ups. And tell me, guys, my question to you is, how many of you think pop-ups are good? They are, they add value to the users. Or how many of you think they are irritating? Aman, Anu, Nico, Tahir. Aman, not at the time of page load. Okay, maybe after some time. Okay, Aman, good thought. Yes, they add value. Tahir, that's what you have to say. Okay, Anu and Nico. Irritating. You know what? Different persons have different point of view, because they remind you to take action you missed. All right. Now, guys, they have both pros and cons, and they are used in multiple scenarios. So, give me 1 second. Let me take you through some of the examples. And Aman, it thinks it. I think it helps to build subscriber for a developer, but it can be irritating if overdone. Yeah. See the companies. So it's like this, right? Your website is having lots of visitors. Okay, let's say, but all these visitors are passive visitors. They come, they read and go. If you want to generate a subscriber database, many companies, what they do, if they want to generate a good subscriber database, suddenly pop-up appears. Please provide your email for us to send you regular newsletter. That's a pop-up. And sometime companies pop-up appears, and it will ask you. So I think Glassdoor and many companies, wherein it makes it mandatory for you to take action. See, pop-up sometimes expands onto the page, and it will not let you do anything unless you do what it is asking you to do. So in that case, pop-up can be irritating. So I have seen lots of amazing applications of pop-ups. You go to yatra.com. I used to go, let's say you want to book a flight from Delhi to Bangalore, and then what happens, you have selected the flight, you have looked at the flight, but you don't take action. So you keep your session inactive for 3 minutes, okay, maybe deliberately. Suddenly pop-up appears. Oh, we have a discount code for you. Here it is, account code 250 rupees off. What is happening in this case? So pop-ups are being helpful. They're asking, they're nudging you to take action, right? Pop-ups have a great role as far as conversion is concerned, but you should apply your judgment when pop-up should appear. So when it comes to a pop-up, there are three or four things you need to keep in mind. What? What? First of all, why you should be using pop-up? Then what should be the content of pop-up? The pop-up can be of any type. So many times pop-up appears. Okay, how was your website experience? Did you find what you were looking for? Why the pop-up is being used? Because your pop-ups wants to know what is your problem. So they want to know conversion problem, why people are not taking action. So they want to take your feedback, right? It goes back to conversion problem. Why guys did you face any problem, any roadblocks, any bottlenecks you faced? So what, okay, what is the content of your pop-ups? Where should appear? Should it appear on right hand side, left hand side, different formats? And then when it should appear? And this is where you can decide different parameters. Pop-up should be shown to a user once the user has spent 360 seconds on a website. Pop-up should not be shown to first time visitor. Pop-up should be shown to second time visitor. Pop-up should be shown after the person has made 2 page views. Let the trust and credibility be established, right? So this is where your pop-ups come. As I told you, pop-ups, you have, that's the pop, there can be multiple pop-up variations. Okay, in 1 second, yeah, and lots of things, right? It can have poor user experience, but at the same time many companies have benefited out of it. They have increased their subscriber base. And then you have you can, these are the parameters, as I was telling you, you can tune when to show the pop-ups. You can keep a gap of minimum days or pages, right? There is also a thing called pop under, but I've not seen pop under, guys, honestly, uh very much in action. Pop under are the things which appears beneath the page, something of this sort. But I'm not sure, it used to happen earlier, but pop under, it's quite outdated now, looks to me. I don't know if you have different point of view here. Yeah. So what are the different tools you can use? There are a lot of tools, guys, you can use. You have Max, Blog Press, Subscriber Magnet, Bounce Exchange, Pop-up Domination, Paddy Code. You can use any of such tools to create pop-ups. I'll just take a pause here, guys, and see if you have any questions. Aman, Anu, Nico, Tahir, any questions you have? All right. Tahir, are you there? Yes. Oh, yes. I like your observation skills. Yes. So, quantitative, so qualitative data collection was surveys, feedback, right? Finding a problem, we looked at. So, surveys, feedback is the same thing, pop ups. When people come, they are exposed to a feedback forms. How was your feedback? Did you find what you're looking for? So this is where you get to understand what people have to say. So this is something which people are gonna take feedback from directly from them, right? These are the two ways through which you identify a problem. Okay, good. Now so far, guys, we were covering data, we were covering insights, we were covering testing, lots of things. But now we are also looking at what is the role of a design when you are building a landing page. What is the role of content, the way you should be structuring the content? Okay, so your content should be structured in such a manner that it addresses some of the questions people will have in their mind. So these are some of the questions when people are coming onto your website. What is it? What's your website all about? Is it for me? How do you connect your product and services to the what the visitor has to, is seeking for? What does it cost? What's the risk? And what's the next step? So every user will have these questions in their mind, and it offers you some opportunities and things. So what is it? Is it for me? This offers you an opportunity to talk about your business. What does it cost? What's the risk? Here you are addressing his concerns. What's the next step? What do you want me to do? Do you want me to do click on next? Oh yeah, let me click here, right? So let's look at few examples. And so you need to have these things on a website, on landing page, right? Value proposition followed by product explanation, and you should have screenshot videos to help explain your product. Value proposition. What is your value proposition? What is value proposition? Value proposition is what problem does your product solve? For who does it solve the problem? How it is different from others? It should be crisp, short, and loud. Look at the example of Instagram. Their value proposition is fast, beautiful photo sharing, simple, nice, and then product explanation. Oh, it's the fast, beautiful, fun way to share your photos with friends and family. Snap a picture, choose a filter to transform its look and feel, then post it to Instagram. Oh, did we mention it's free? Then you have your important call to actions. It's available on App Store, you can get it on Google Play Store. And you are augmenting the whole landing page with the images, how it renders onto the devices, right? So that's the way landing pages should be designed. Value proposition followed by product explanation followed by call to action. Similarly, mix panel is a their value proposition is most advanced analytics platform for mobile and web. These are some of the features: segmentation, fun analysis, retention, integration, followed by call to action. And then you have unbounce. One more example: fastest and most powerful DIY value proposition. And then you have product features or product benefit, followed by conversion call to action. And they have a video also to create the impact. And at the same time, yeah, actually, we have covered this part. Use the language, have the testimonials of customer, obviously, to mitigate the risk perception. And social proofs we have covered. Yeah, social proofs is same thing. Yeah. All right. In fact, I mean, rest of things are pretty standard. So also cover their concerns as far as money is concerned. How much? Because the people will have this concern. How much does it cost? Do I have to learn new things? Okay, what's the risk if I buy your product? What are the integration involved if it is a technical product? So always anticipate the concerns people are going to have, and then you address them as a part of your content. All right. With that, we have almost come to end of session. And one thing I want to tell you guys, conversion optimization, the whole process is a tailored process. What works for you, it may not work for others, and what works for others may not work for you. There are best practices, but you will have to test yourself which works for your business. Okay. Now, if you look at in some businesses, the longer landing page makes more sense. So Crazy Egg got better results with a longer landing page, longer version. While in case of other company, Pipe Drive, they got better results with the short landing page. It is a tailored approach. And second thing, which is very important thing, there is no silver bullet to increase conversion. What is silver bullet? There is no 100% pakka guaranteed formula that if you do these things, your conversion would go up. There is good likelihood that it would go up if you do the right things, but there is no guarantee, because conversion also depends upon multiple other factors which are beyond the control of marketing. For example, if your product quality is bad, your product sucks, no matter how much testing, no much how much the things website optimization you do, people are not gonna buy. Your product quality is too bad, your products are too expensive. The target market you have chosen is wrong. The product strategy is wrong. Yeah. So you cannot take control, you cannot own the responsibility of conversion all the time. But yes, this is where marketing team has to work with the product team, everything to come up with conversion goals. But yes, if your products are good, if you have enough traffic on your website, yeah, then obviously, yeah, then testing all these things makes a difference. Does it make sense, guys? Because I don't want you to own up the responsibility every time, because conversion is a game which you understand over a period of time, because there are certain nuances attached to it and there are multiple variables. All right, let's move on. And let's go to your assignment. And what is that? I don't know. This page is slow, or what's the problem here? It should not take so much time. Oh, okay. Usually the internet is not very slow. Let me take you through some of the quiz questions before we go to assignment. I have two more platforms just to demonstrate it for you as a part of your assignment, guys. Let me do one thing. I think you can attempt the quiz questions on your own. Let me first take you through your assignment. Yes, yes, yes. I'm taking you through the assignment. Yeah, first of all, I think quiz question we can still kind of. Yeah, first of all, there are two assignments, guys. Your first assignment is design a landing page. Okay, for that, all right. So this is your first assignment. You have to design a landing page which is optimized in a way. And first of all, just wait, it's acting slow. Okay, all right. So as I was telling you, you have to select the business, any industry, any business, B2B, B2C. Select a business, and then think through what's the value proposition of your brand. Okay, so you come up with a value proposition, come up with product explanation, what's your product is all about, what's the features, what are the benefits, and how you are different from others. You write it down. Then the step 2 would be, is it? Not sure, Anu. I can check. I'll check and let you know. And then you have to connect the second. The step 2 is answer the question, is it for me? This is where you have to connect your product and service to your buyer personas. So maybe your product is meant for students, for professionals, or for working ladies, right? You identify who is your target audience. Anu, let me speak to her. Maybe I can give you a reference. I'll get it sent to you. Don't worry. Okay. So in this example, answer the question for me, which is connecting your product and buyer service to your buyer personas, which is kind of fine. Sorry guys, it's taking time. I don't know why. Usually my internet is pretty fast, but today I think for some reason. Answer the question. How what does it cost? So this is where you have to anticipate what kind of questions people are gonna ask about money part, time, learning. So it's cost is not always about the money. It is also about learning new things. If there are any other consideration, people will have to keep in mind. What are the risks? Do you offer refund? Do you offer uh, cash on delivery? Whatever. Think through all the risks, anticipate them on the behalf of your users. Finally, once you have identified all these things, start thinking what should be the relevant call to action. You want to know more, click here. You want to buy, click here. You want to purchase, click here. You want to talk to our sales guys, click here. Start inserting call to action. Once you have done that, go to Sunny landing pages, create a free trial account. Once you are logged in, it offers you lots of templates, landing page templates, which you can select as per different industries and different scenarios. Yeah. So let's say I've chosen this template for insurance. So I'm using this template. Yeah. So you can edit this particular thing, right? So you start creating the value proposition and you start writing what's the kind of features it offers and call to action. Yeah. And once you have done that, you have to edit the page accordingly. You publish it. Yeah, so you get to see. Okay. I have this question from how is Sunny landing page? Let's say WordPress. Is there reason why you should use Sunny if we can already build a page on WordPress, user friendly and better functionality with Sunny? Yeah, I mean Sunny landing page. It's easier to do it. I mean you can do it pretty quickly and pretty fast. So that's the only difference. And I think if you want to do it on, because that's what we recommend as a part of assignment, because you follow certain structure and easy. WordPress also, I mean, offers you the same thing. It's just that we found Sunny landing page simple and easy to use. Okay, that's your first assignment, guys. So in this assignment you are taking care of, so content is important, guys. First of all, value proposition, identifying concerns, identifying product explanation, identifying the cost, all that stuff, relevant call to action, then structuring them onto a landing page. That's your assignment. Your second assignment is, which has been introduced very recently, sending browser push notification using push engage platform. Now the platform is a push engage. I log in with the credentials which I have. As a prerequisite to it, you should have a basic landing page to implement this particular assignment. So if you look at this particular thing, right, the task. So if you have not created a website, it's mandatory to create it first. Build your blog code, so you can have basic website created before implementing push engage onto this platform, right? So you go to push engage, create a login account, go to settings part, installation settings, right? What's your website name, and what's the kind of site URL, and the kind of image which you want people to see, if you can update the image. So this is what the, and that's the message when people are coming. What's the message you want them to see as a part of push notification, right? So that's the push notification message they will see. Welcome to Digital Vidya, thanks for subscribing to Digital Marketing Updates, right? That's a push notification, and that's the notification URL. That's a sample. Now that, now these are some of the codes which you will have to insert onto your website, whether it's HTTP, HTTPS, or WordPress. WordPress, you'll have to, there is a different process here, and what you have to do is, right, so these are the codes it provides you out of the box, right? And this is where the instruction is there below the head tag. You, if you click here, this is where you have to paste the code. Look for the head tag and paste the code below to update. So once you have done that, your website will start showing you the showing the notification. And there are a lot of other things also which you can do. What kind of dialog box you want to showcase? So you can also select, okay, so what's the kind of in what format you want to show your notifications, right? So different ways. You can also create segments. Which user should be showcased, what kind of segments. So you can create lots of segments as well. And the process is there how to create a segment. Now the people, let's say, who have come to your website but they did not buy the product, so you create a segment for them, not converted visitors. So URL contains Mintra, people came to Mintra website but their website they did not convert. So so that's the kind of segments also you can create. Give me 1 second, guys. How do I go back from screenshot? All right. So, guide. So that's your assignment is all about. What I would suggest you is get your hands dirty. You have all the instruction. Start doing it. Let me know if you face any problem, and you reach out to your course coordinator. Your course coordinator will help you get in touch with me or whatever. We can discuss next time also. But the key thing is experiment on your own. That's what I would suggest. I mean, you have all the kind of information to go through how you have to do it. All right. So here is a feedback link, guys. Please provide your feedback and please confirm after you provided me the feedback. Today we discuss conversion optimization, different types of conversion optimization, why, what, how of conversion optimization. We learned A/B testing, heat map, push notification. We looked at rule of content. We looked at how the content should be structured. And next week we are going to discuss marketing automation, life cycle marketing, email marketing. Let me tell you guys, marketing automation is a hot topic. There are a lot of jobs in the market in the marketing automation space. So ensure you attend my next week session. The feedback link is there with you guys. Please confirm after you provided the feedback. Aman, Anu, Nico, Tahir. All right, guys. Thank you. Thanks a lot. And let's meet next Saturday. All right.